Well, at least it looks like it's going to be a clear sky, but the van's pretty iced right now for being Alabama. Just got off work. I don't plan on doing anything today, if you want the truth. Boom. Whew. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here and wait for this thing to defrost. I did start the engine up at lunchtime just to make sure everything was good, and I was in the back with the cats. Ran the heater on high for about an hour. One, to kind of make sure that line gets cleaned out. That's what you're supposed to do. And two, it was pretty cold back there, so it felt good. I think I'm gonna go in the back with the kitties somewhere, chill. I was gonna go to the gym in the morning, but I'm gonna shoot for the evening. If you guys are wondering, I didn't make it to the gym last night, but we have that family room at our Walmart, and we're so short-handed. We don't really need a lot of people right now either, though, because we just aren't having a lot of shoppers. Now we're getting ready to come into Black January. But you know, I took my shirt off, hung it up. I did the entire hobo thing, but I didn't make a mess. Brushed my teeth, shaved, you know, soaped up, rinsed off. You know, the family room has a big giant sink too, so it worked out. You know, I've been mostly washing my face and brushing my teeth, but this time I was like, you know what, I got access. I'm in here early enough. No one's coming back here, so I just went ahead and did the full-on cleanup. So I feel really good. I'm actually not that tired. I've got a couple projects I want to do, but I'm not going to do them. I am off work. It looks like it's going to be a clear day. Just waiting for all this frost and stuff to defrost on us. I am literally just going to look for a place to post up. Honestly, I almost forgot. I think I mentioned in the last video that my cooler quit on me, which at 29 degrees out here, it's not really that big a difference, but I'm hoping it's just the cord. If it's not, it's the unit itself, and I've already tried the reset and everything, so more than likely that would make it garbage. So this is supposed to be a better cord coming in, and it's supposed to be here this evening. So I'm probably gonna post up, get my cord, see if it works. Cross your fingers that it works, everyone. And then go to the gym. I've got some frozen burritos. It might be even more frozen now, that were rollback for $1. Remember when the long burritos used to be $1 regardless? They're not anymore, but they're on rollback for $1 day before yesterday. So I got like 5 of them. Thankfully, the cold snap happened, or I would have to eat, you know, 5 burritos before they went bad. But I had one yesterday, and I'm going to have probably 2 today. And I've got some Texas Pete hot sauce. Texas Pete's my favorite everyday hot sauce. I like Tabasco if I'm having something with rice, like fried rice. I'm pretty basic. Those are the 2 I use. So I got myself some Texas Pete. Had that with the burrito. It was delicious. So when I post up, I'm gonna throw, if they'll fit, 2 burritos in there. Let those warm up for an hour or so. Do a little flip, and then play it by ear. I really need to record a video. I might try to record this video I need to have made. I need to have it before New Year's, and I think today's be pushing it, so that's probably what we'll do. Alright. Talk to you in a little bit, because we're still not defrosted. I'm outside Dollar Tree. It's only 7:30 in the morning, but still, with school being out and it being cold in Alabama, this place out here is dead. Not much going on really over at Home Depot either. Like I said, I'm not going to do anything really today. I have some things I should be doing. I'm waiting on that cord. When it comes in, we'll see if it works. I hope it works. I don't really want another headache. I don't plan on buying another cooler if it doesn't work until I get some other stuff handled. Got paid already. Got paid early. That's interesting. Not quite as much as I was hoping to end up with. I think because part of it's going to be on the next check, and the fact that the week before I only had a couple days worth of work. So between that and the withholdings and all that, it's okay. I need the money, but it right now, mentally, it doesn't feel like it was worth it. I know I'm just complaining, but I still got to grind to make more money to do what I need to get done next month, really. All right, going to the back, going to cook some burritos. That'll take about an hour to fully cook the way I want them, and go from there. Might go inside Dollar Tree a little earlier, get a beverage. I don't think I have any more colas in the back of my van. All right, bye. Sorry. All right, everyone. Just woke up and got suited up to get ready to go to the gym. We're still outside Dollar Tree because I got that package to pick up. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's extremely cold, and I think the propane just ran out. So I'll use the green bottle for lunchtime, and then in the morning, I'm gonna make a run to our usual kiosk. I just feel comfortable with that one. It seems to be the cheapest price. I need to get some grocery shopping done anyway. We did get paid today. Got my package. I'll test that one out probably in the morning. I don't want to rush it. On my way out, 2 more kids stole a bunch of food, candy and energy drinks pretty much, and ran out the door. A bunch of customers were watching, just kind of dumbfounded. So it seems like theft is happening every day at this Dollar Tree. I'm a little bit concerned that this Dollar Tree's days are numbered. They had a lot of trouble. The movie theater was here up until last year, and they had a lot of trouble with things like that. And they finally shut it down. So I'm a little concerned that this area is starting to be too high crime. Because now the employees are just staying in the office. Like, I think they know when someone's about to steal, and they just go in the office, even though there's customers in the store. All right. Time to rush over to the gym so I get that shower in. So, I paid for my storage. I went ahead and put it on a credit card. I put it on a credit card because after all the taxes and fees came through, quite frankly, it still wasn't enough. It still wasn't enough to pay my storage on this check. But I think partially, like I said, give me a second. All right. I think partially it's because my it's 2 weeks, but I think that 1 week was the one where maybe they only worked me 2 days. So even though I worked a bunch of consecutive days last week, a lot of my consecutive days aren't going to show up till the next paycheck because it runs to the previous Friday, you know. So far this week I've worked Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then today, and I'll keep working through the rest of the week. So ideally, if I get paid the same or more on the next paycheck, then that'll cover my storage. But I really wanted to know storage was handled, and that storage was not going to be something for me to worry about going into the new year. And tomorrow's New Year's Eve. So I just really didn't want to have that over my head. It was just a goal of mine. Give me a second. That being said, had I not done the stuff for the van's belts and stuff, which keeps this van running really good, I would have had enough, just barely, but I would have had enough for paying the storage outright. But the van stuff's paid for. The maintenance on the van, that's paid for. So it's going to be dark, so I'll talk to you when we get to Planet Fitness. Made it to Planet Fitness. The windshield still isn't fully defrosted. But basically, I went ahead and paid the maintenance I did on the van off and put my storage on the credit card to make sure it was handled. Worst case scenario, I have the credit card paid down so I can throw my car insurance onto the card in February. But ideally, I hope to, which is the same thing as having the money, but hope to have the money for the insurance before then. So I think insurance will be handled as long as I don't get canned this month. And those are my two big things that I wanted to get handled. Now in March, I have tax, or I have my car titles to pay for. I think it's around 300 something. So as long as we keep plugging away, I think those can get handled. And that's everything. Storage doesn't come back up due until July. And insurance will be later than that. So we'll make it into summer by then. I do have another thing that's about $600 or something due on the 15th of January. And it's one of those things that if I pay it, I have a better chance of doing well in the summer. But if I don't pay it, then I got to really reassess what I'm going to be doing for the rest of 2026. We're doing okay. I'll be chipping away at that credit card hopefully for the next 6 months at the worst. I do have a coworker that's going on vacation in January, so I'm hoping maybe to catch some more hours that way. My boss is also going on vacation around the same time, so I'm hoping maybe to get some consecutive days done there, which will only be a week, but every little bit counts. Speaking of which, CashApp's in the description. I'm not beyond taking whatever you guys want to help me out with because I am trying to stay afloat. I'm doing okay. I don't want you guys to think I'm doing a lot better than I did a few months ago, so I'm doing okay, but I'm trying to make as much headway as I can. If you guys don't want to do that, just do me a favor, like, subscribe. Trying to move up in this algorithm, get enough views, subscribers, and all that to get greenlit for start getting some monetization on this channel. I like doing these videos, but it would be nice if the videos offset themselves a little bit, you know what I mean? Hopefully next year, which is only a few days away, we'll start changing up some content for you. Getting this storage handled is a bit of a weight off my shoulders, at least for a few months, so I'm trying not to, right now I'm trying to be 6 months in advance, but ideally I like to be 6 months in advance and have some cushion in the old bank account. So 6 months in advance and at least another 6 months cushion that I could pay any time with this gearbox fixed. That's kind of that's the overall 2026 goal right now, is basically if I had to, I could be a year in advance and my van needs no maintenance. That's the goal. All right, I gotta get a few things together and then I'm gonna go inside this gym and take the first real long proper shower I've had in a few days. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully this cold hasn't gotten the water too cold or someone hasn't used up all the hot water, because I'm going to be the guy to use all the hot water today, I hope. Talk to you in a bit. Take advantage of trash cans. I wonder what the story here is. Not the best job in the world, but I did get that button sewn back on. And I'm done with the gym shower, so we're going to have just enough time to run over and get a beverage over at Circle K, I think. You know, I gotta say it's a little crazy, but ever since I started van life, especially, just that little, no more than 10-minute shower, it really revitalizes you, makes you feel great. And I know some people will be like, well, I could take a shower in my van, or I have a shower built in my van, and you're right. But this is a shower where you don't have to worry about dumping the water at some point. You don't have to worry about not having enough hot water created or losing power. This is just going in to a clean shower, taking a hot shower, taking as long as you need, having a space to keep your belongings while you're showering. For me, it's being able to stand up and shower, and just getting a good scrub down. Now, I didn't shave my head because I forgot to bring my razor into the shower with me. So I'm just going to leave the stubble. I was going to grab my electric skull shaver, a little cordless, and grab it, but I don't even think I'm going to go back there until lunchtime. I checked my bottle. It's still showing in the yellow, and it doesn't feel as light as the last one did. I'm thinking maybe it just got kind of froze, because up here in the front, you know, it gets cold still. And I know on the green bottles that used to happen. The bottle would kind of get some frost on the outside and kick off. But once it warmed back up, it would start back up. So we'll see. Maybe about lunchtime, I don't know. I'm going to do a mix of floor and defrost right now, because I do still need a little bit more defrosting on the windshield. But still good enough to get over to Circle K, get ourselves a beverage. I do have to watch spending, even though I have a lot of things I have to buy, supplies-wise, in the morning. But we do need to watch spending a little bit more this time. Cats are out of dry cat food. They've still got some wet cat food, so I'm not going to worry about that just yet. But I need litter, dry cat food. On my side, I'm running low on my deodorant, so I'm going to get deodorant. I need toothpaste because I'm running very low on my backup bottle of toothpaste, essentially. And then be smart to get drinks, since I've been getting it here and there at gas stations and fast food places. I won't plan on food stuff until I see if this cord works on my cooler. Alright, catch up with you in a bit. Alright, I have returned. It was a bit of an ordeal just because the customers ahead of me were giving my cashier buddy a hard time, but he took it in stride. He said he's only got 29 more minutes left to work. Got a Coca-Cola. I already took a sip in there because it was topping off. They just changed the syrup, so it has plenty of fizz. That's a pretty strong tasting Coca-Cola. Now let's get to work. And I'm probably going to Google it, but maybe someone in chat is a van lifer, or maybe does a lot of barbecuing, I don't know. Is what I'm thinking something that happens? Can my propane bottle kind of freeze up from running in the cold with all that condensation that starts building up and freezing around it? And would that stop it from basically propaning until it warms back up? I know I had that problem. I used to, when I drove the Fiat on random gigs, to save on the battery of the electric car, I would bring my buddy heater that I've had forever now, and I have the green bottles. And if it ran too long, it started getting a little bit of frost on the outside. It was really cold, and it would kick off, but it wouldn't necessarily be out of propane, because I would let it set for maybe about a minute or two on the heated seat, and it would start back up, and I'd get probably about another hour out of it. So I am indeed in the Walmart parking lot. Whew. Let me know if you guys know that propane issue. I'm probably going to Google it. You know, we've got these police cars I guess they're off-duty police cars, but we got 2 black police cars with their lights flickering. We did have one of those command centers here. It hasn't stopped theft one little bit. Security guy was telling me, because he's not allowed to do anything, security guy out here that patrols was telling me that he sits in the parking lot and he just saw like this one couple just go in, back out, go in, go back out, go in, back out. Just constant stream of them going in, getting what they want, putting in their vehicle and going in and getting more. He says they're not allowed to even like make calls. They're just supposed to patrol and make a presence, and if they see anything violent, that's when they're supposed to make a call. And like I said, over at Dollar Tree, just brazen. These kids, they didn't have their, and I say kids, they're in their 20s. They didn't have, usually wear shiesties and things like that. They literally just walked in, grabbed what they wanted, shoved it in their jacket, looked straight ahead and walked out the door. And the other day I saw them just going back and forth to the same SUV. I'm pretty sure that's the same SUV that they were going into today. So they're just stealing every day. And the funny thing is, there's a police substation 2 doors down. All right, I'm procrastinating. I'm rested, but working every day is taking its toll. And I guess it's a little disheartening because I don't think, I might not get time and a half overtime, I don't know. But after all the taxes and fees came out of this check, it wasn't as much. Plus, I think, like I said, the cutoff isn't what I think it was. I think the cutoff was really, only 1 week's worth, and then this week right here is actually where I've been grinding, because this one here is going to cover Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Today's Tuesday, and then I'm going to be working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for sure. So that'll be 7 days on that paycheck. Then it's probably going to go back to 3 days. I'm going to try to shoot for 4, because I noticed that even though they got the days all wrong, they're scheduling me 4 days again. So I'm going to ask the boss if maybe I can add Monday to my thing. So it'll be working Monday, basically working Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's a schedule I had when I first started. I did kind of enjoy having the 3 days, but I'm hoping maybe since I can just come in on that Monday, that they don't necessarily schedule me. I just show up, and then I don't have to, like when I don't want to come in, I don't have to. Because I'm hoping we continue to improve in 2026. All right. Run a little bit behind, so I better get inside. I'm pretty much suited up, but I am going to put my steel toes on. I've been sliding on, wearing my Crocs for the last 2 days, because when my feet hurt, they're comfortable, but I also don't do as much as I want to do. Like I usually kick pallets out of the way and things like that with the steel toes. Everyone, I've had a good day. I hope that you have as well. And until next time, this is your old pal. And until next time, this is your old pal, Hannibal the Vanable, signing off.